The earth turns on its orbit for you. The oceans ebb and flow for you. The birds sing for you. And the sun rises and sets for you. Every beautiful thing that you see, every wondrous thing that you experience is all there for you. And none of it can exist without you. I believe that you are great and that there's something magnificent about you. Regardless of what has happened to you in your life, regardless of how young or old you think you might be, the moment you begin to realize this and change your perspective and know that this something that's within you, this power within you that's greater than the world will begin to emerge. It will guide you, it will protect you, direct you, if you let it. You deserve to be happy. You were born to add something, to add value to this world. To simply be something bigger and better than you were yesterday. Every single thing you've been through, every moment that you've come through, we're all there to prepare you for this moment now. Imagine what you can do from this day forward with what you know now.
Hello, angels! It is 2 a.m. and we're painting in my kitchen, my art studio kitchen. I first of all just want to say thank you guys so much for those of you that have purchased an original painting from me. I have been working on packaging them and I am just so grateful, so grateful. And it just encouraged me to make even more pieces, and I'm just in a creative frenzy, which I think is always a good thing. Oh yes, I guess I can show you. These are the two paintings I'm working on. I had a painting teacher once tell me that it's best to always work on two pieces at once, because I think that a lot of times we can get too focused on one piece and we can overdo it, and I think when you're working on two pieces, you can give yourself the time to breathe. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, where's my lighter? I like my suitcase. I love a black candle, you know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for supporting my art and what I'm doing. It just means so much to me, and I'm going to be releasing, like I said, a print every month. Right now, my affirmation journal series are on sale for my birthday season. And I'm really just going hard in the art this year. I visited an art studio this week, but I kind of got a little bit tricked because the guy made it seem like it was gonna be a solo studio, and then I visited and he's like, "You're gonna be sharing the space with me," which would be fine, but I don't want to share a space with him. That sounds mean, but like I would rather share a space with a friend of mine. But yeah, I'm really going hard in the art, and I just feel like this is the direction to go in, you know, and coming from a place of love and not fear. So right now my kitchen is my art studio, but I'm actually quite happy with that, because who cooks around here? Y'all know the zucchini and courgette the zucchini and bell peppers are like the only things I cook. It's actually funny because not being a cook is a really big blessing for me, because it means that I can turn my kitchen into an art studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I do need to cook, I could just like take this off and put my thing in here. I owe you guys a house tour. I know that I even somehow start. Here's like how I start a painting. I think the hardest part about painting sometimes is just like subject matter, which I think is why it's so important to have a Pinterest board of images that you like and then collage them. That's the first step that I'll do. And then afterwards I'll sketch it with charcoal to get like a loose sketch. And then I will start painting it, and then I'll go on top of it with oil pastels because I think it gives it like an interesting and fun sort of texture that you wouldn't otherwise have. Another big thing about this year is deciding that literally nothing is worth stressing out about. If it's not, what is the expression? If it's not getting me paid and it's not getting me laid, then I'm not stressing out about it, you know? Oh, hold on. Where's my fake cigarette? I guess I'm gonna have to use my paintbrush. What the fuck is my white paint?
I thought that while I was working that I would share with you guys some things that have been inspiring me lately, and also just talk a little bit about what I'm making. I wanted to make this fantasy piece because I was really inspired about some of the things that I've been thinking about and I talked about in my last video. For example, how fantasy can really elevate the mundane, whether that's romanticizing your cup of coffee in the morning or romanticizing any part of your life and switching up your perspective. I feel like that is something that has really made my life sort of magical. So if you love different things, just keep spending time with them. Let them talk to each other and something will begin to happen. Because the thing is, you can cut off a couple passions and only focus on one, but after a while, you'll start to feel phantom limb pain. This is something that has really resonated with me because since I do so many different things and I feel like I'm oftentimes burning the candle at both ends, I can oftentimes lose sight of keeping a balance. I think it's really important to realize the superpower of doing multiple things because they do speak to each other, and I think that it's all about perspective in this standpoint, and we should not ever throw any of ourselves away.
Whenever I lose something, I always think to myself, oh, I'm so glad I found it, I found it. And then right away I find it. Obviously the white paint was here all along. So, before bed lately, I have been meditating. I've been going to bed at like 6 a.m. I know. Crazy girl. But it's actually been really good for me, I feel. You know, I think you gotta ask yourself what's good for you. But before bed, I meditate and I have been thinking I just feel like it's so important. We don't talk about this as much. We don't talk about it enough. To keep your positivity up. You know, and the way you do that is by having moments of silence with yourself. And I will just say affirmations like, everything I'm grateful for, and try to get on that positive flow. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think a lot of people get annoyed by my dedication to radical positivity. Like, there's so many things that I could complain about. Like, I literally spent the day doing administrative work, and then I'm like, gosh, I feel like I spent half my life just doing this. But the thing is that when you choose to live a life of magic and romance and all of that, it gives back to you so much. I think that's the thing people don't realize. They think it's just being delusional. But it's, you know, the world opens up to you when you open up to the world. you know? It's like that song, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, when you... Yeah, and I actually had an exchange today that left me feeling a little bit blue. And I could come home from that and let that ruin my day, but instead I'm distracting myself. No, instead, it's all about perspective, baby. Perspective, perspective, perspective. You know? And also, in life, when a door closes on something you really want, always say thank you. Thank you so much for the doors closing, because it's through adversity, it's through bad things happening that we learn the greatest lessons, you know? And we can be redirected. You know, we can be redirected towards what we're really supposed to be doing, who we're really supposed to be. Who are you supposed to be this year, girl? I love girl. Okay, that's enough of all that. Oh, our coffee is done. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. If you are having an obstacle in your life right now, I just want you to try radical positivity for even just like a day. You know what I mean? Like, use it as an experiment. Like, wake up and be like, bitch, you're the best ever. And but almost like think of it as a joke. Like, think of it as, oh, this is just like a stupid game that I'm playing. But you're gonna, like, if ever you feel that those negative Nancy vibes, like, for example, I always feel like super positive at night, which is why I like to stay up so late. This is like the witching hour. This is the weird girl hour. You know what I mean? That's why I like to stay up late. And it's more like when I wake up, because I wake up kind of late because I stay up so late, that I'm just like, ooh, brother, ooh. And so it's more like during the nighttime. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Just try for one day to, every time you get like a negative thought, every time you feel like bad, shift it. Like almost like you're playing a video game and you're like, pew, 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 pew. Just for fun for one day. And just see. Because every time I do it, girl, I'm telling you, every time I do it, I am blessed. And I refuse this year to be stressed by anything, anyone. That's the Aquarius life. Like this mug. Like, how cool that we can actually make that decision. You know, like, nothing is gonna stress me out. Okay. If something unexpected arises, okay. It's having an inner regulation. You know what I mean? I think something that can help with that is thinking about worst case scenarios. It's almost like if you miss your airplane, okay, worst case scenario, it's a big inconvenience and you'd have to get a new ticket. And I think we've been taught for so long to live in this sort of fight or flight mode where we're just so afraid of dying. And I mean dying in the sense of losing it all, being a pariah to society, like being in a position where we can't take care of ourselves. And I just want you guys to know that, I know that I might sound silly, but just trust that for you, everything is going to be okay. It's going to be okay, no matter what you're going through right now.
like even just getting to live this life, it was like you would have more of a chance of being struck by lightning than being born. There's statistically more of a chance to be struck by lightning than to be born. So that's already a miracle. So if that can happen, anything can happen, you know? And I have to remind myself that sometimes, like, dream bigger, do more. You can be anything, which is why I've quit drinking altogether. Which, I mean, honestly, like for me, I've done that already for 1 year. 1 year of not drinking I've done. So I know I can do it. It's just, I was thinking about it and I was like, I feel like spiritually and just my mental health is so much better when I'm not drinking. And sure, I could have a glass of wine from time to time, but why fucking risk it? Like what you're risking, and this is just for me personally. I know a lot of people have similar struggles, that's why I'm sharing that, but I'm not judging you if you do drink. I fucking drank last month, it's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying that for me personally, I'm such a sensitive person, and alcohol has been something in my life that has been negative sometimes, you know, like really shitty. And so I'm just like, it's not worth the risk. It's like you're willing to risk your spiritual health, your mental posture, for what? For what? A little martini, a little glass of wine. I do like wine though, but I think I always used it as a way to buffer myself from other people. Like I think I always used it in that way. Even drinking my coffee now, I'm reminiscing on that, but it's just, I feel like I told you guys in my first video of the year that if you're making a spiritual effort, everything in your life improves. And I feel like I just want to level up in all ways, and I think that alcohol would just be a hindrance. It would just be another thing, you know, and I think my mental clarity is so important to me that I just don't want to risk that. So that's just like how I feel about it. So maybe you guys are in a similar situation and you'd want to try doing like a dry week or a dry month, but you don't have to either. I'm just saying that for me, like I don't know, I want to be the best version of myself for myself. And I guess that means making hard decisions. But I'm being rewarded, like I feel like yeah, this is supposed to be the intro to the video. This has been long. Stop, this is a vlog. I'm just still in the kitchen the whole time. Okay. Enough.
Well, my angels, thank you so much for watching. This was so fun to film, and I don't know, I love these sort of late night chats with you guys. So let me know if you enjoyed this type of video and talking about creativity and different life things. Yeah, this was originally going to be just like a slice in my vlog, like the intro to a vlog, but it ended up being 20 minutes long, and so I just decided to make it its own video, and I will be posting a vlog next week. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. If you are interested, I have prints and original paintings on my website, as well as I have my journal sale going on until the 18th of February. I'm doing it for Aquarius season for my birthday. So I love you so much. Don't hesitate to do this 1 day positivity challenge, and I think it'll really be a fun sort of game for you just for 1 day to do. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I read all the comments and I try to respond to them. And I just hope that you have a beautiful week. Thank you for being here, and I will see you very soon at the Purple Palace.